Look at that. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Come at Arms channel. Okay, so today we are checking out, it's kind of like a bunch of insane clips that I've kind of saved up from like the Ukraine conflict. A lot of y'all have sent me a lot of clips from like Instagram or Twitter or even like YouTube shorts that I've kind of just been like maintaining a list of. Some aren't available, like for whatever reason, all the ones on Twitter or X, they aren't available anymore, but I still have a lot from Instagram Reels and also some from the YouTube Shorts. So I've been kind of saving them up, and I want to do kind of like a bigger reaction, kind of break down some of these, because yeah, these are some of the more shocking. I mean, we see plenty of shocking stuff in like the longer videos, just kind of covering, you know, one specific unit like 3rd Assault Brigade or Azov. We've seen some pretty crazy stuff in those videos, but this is just kind of like a compilation of like the really short stuff that kind of didn't warrant its own reaction. But yeah, it's some pretty gnarly stuff for sure. I don't know if this is gonna be monetizable, but hey, we'll give it a shot. And yeah, if you guys have anything to recommend, I will say definitely throw it down below, or just kind of like maybe you can try and go in the Discord or recommend some stuff there. But there's a lot of crazy stuff, and most of it isn't too YouTube friendly. But these are kind of like some of the clips that I think will be okay enough for YouTube. Let's check them out. I don't really know the best format for this, so hopefully it kind of works out okay. But yeah, so this is some, I believe it's Ukrainian troops shooting down an FPV drone that's kind of flying over their vehicle. I'm not sure what we'll just go ahead and play it and then I'll get into it. But this is a gnarly one. This dude had some. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So I think we have another perspective on Instagram, but I don't think it has the audio. So this kind of has like a wider angle from what I remember. But yeah, so you can see they're kind of just chilling. This thing just zooms on. It looks like it's almost going past them. And then you see the AK barrel, and then and the dude's just smoking right there. You can't even make like a better shot like that for like a Hollywood movie. I mean, everything just looks insane. So this is a little bit longer as well. I wish this had audio so we can kind of understand more of what they were saying after the fact. But one dude just pointed out, and then this dude just like, I don't know, skeet shooting expert or something. It looks like almost like first round impacts, and you got the sparks and stuff, and it just drops. Crazy stuff. And we can kind of hear it again here. So it's hard to tell how loud it actually was. But yeah, look, I think it's first round impacts. That is insane shooting. I mean, I'm a pretty good shooter, so it's easy for me to be like, oh yeah, I could do that. But they're in a moving vehicle shooting another moving target, going a different, they're not going the exact same speed. So you have like these varying speeds already. You have this dude with an AK, presumably with like iron sights. I'm not sure if it actually shows it. And then he gets, I think it's like a first round impact on that thing, which is, yeah, insane. And this isn't like, it's hard to tell, but it doesn't look like it's directly like on the front line or kind of going to or from the front line. But I mean, this kind of like war story is easily going to top a lot of other people's, and he had a lot of witnesses too, which definitely helps. They can kind of like hype him up. Okay, this one's pretty gnarly. So we have some medics or just kind of fighters in general. So they're tending to a casualty, and just like Murphy's Law, like what can go wrong will go wrong, happens to this dude. I mean, he just got, I don't know, maybe shelled, or he's got a burn or a shot or a fragment or something. They're treating him, and then indirect fire, which is never, a fun time anyway. And then, dude, and I mean, you can look at that branch. That thing is sharp. That, like, if that hit, and it's hard to tell if it did hit any of them directly. That thing would go, straight through your skull. That would go straight through your, like, that is going through bone. That's going through tissue. Like, that is going through bone, that's going through tissue. That will mess you up, absolutely. If not just, like, the weight of the tree itself. I mean, it's hard to tell, like, how big this, like, section of this tree is. But, and it looks like it hits something, like, right here. I think there's maybe, like, another tree or something. that saved their ass. So yeah, there's another tree right there. So I think it took most of the, and then you have this micro terrain. But holy cow. Even if you're wearing a helmet and you got hit by that, that's gonna put you down. Like that, I mean, indirect fire is a pretty scary thing, but when you have trees with like jagged limbs and stuff falling on top of you while you're treating a casualty, it's like, dude, it's like everything, even like Mother Nature. I mean, it's not technically Mother Nature because they got hit by indirect fire, but like Mother Nature is like trying to take you out as well. It's oh, that's a discouraging thing for sure. That's crazy. Now this one, again, kind of a result of indirect fire, but this is stuff that I read about in like World War I books or like World War I memoirs of people getting buried alive by like shelling or indirect fire, which always sounded like so odd to me. I've never been in like a peer-to-peer conflict where there's constantly like a fire for effect or artillery barrages that are just like knocking up the ground and the dirt so much that you have the potential of actually getting buried. And it's always been such a terrifying thought, just like, I mean, you're trying to take cover, but you know, you have the earth basically caving in around you. Oh my God, this one's crazy. So in the trench, and I mean, just seeing all that dirt pouring right there.
Выкапывай! Выкапывай!
I mean, and you can see it's barely over their head. There's a little bit of like a parapet, kind of with the dirt on the outside. I didn't even see that dude there until he started digging him out. And it's hard to tell. I think you can hear him, but I think the dude's unconscious. Probably just from the massive shockwave. But dude, one round did that? Just caved in the trench around him? Dude, if his buddy wasn't there, his buddy didn't see. Oh my God, imagine the hell and terror. Being buried alive, essentially. It's like it's like a very common fear. Something that a lot of people fear kind of like the most. Especially having like that claustrophobia. Oh my gosh, and he's still just working at it. It wasn't just like a, let me pull you out of this. It's like, dude is properly stuck. Is he standing? Dude. And like, so you can see the trench is still kind of, they zigzag a little bit, but like when you have these kind of like straight and narrow corridors, it's very easy for like the shockwave to affect a lot of the trench. Oh my gosh. Dude, it's gotta be so exhausting just being buried and getting dug out of it. Especially with body armor on. Oh my gosh, that dirt. That's gotta be so scary. So yeah, this looks like a pretty linear trench, so definitely a scary position to be in when it comes to indirect fire. I wonder if you guys, and I know I'm being annoying talking over it so much, but if you guys can tell me what, like some of the conversations they're having, that'd be awesome to kind of have a better understanding, because oh my gosh. Going back and telling everybody, like, dude, I just almost got buried alive. Is that a tank rolling by? Dude.
Перша партія заходила в бліндаж. Отой. Оцей бліндаж. Там справа зразу зайшли. Та вот же ж вони.
So let's see it again. So where's he at? So that was him. So it's not, who is this?
Выкапывай! Выкапывай!
So he's just like, he's like, all right,
Завалило,
move.
выкапывай!
So, and he's getting him out of the way. So I wonder if the dude that has the camera is kind of like the team leader or squad leader, and he's just trying to get his buddy or his troop to safety while he helps this other dude out.
Я намагаюся, я копаю.
And at least the already, I mean,
Чекай, дай
there's
розкопаю.
one more round that we can hear. But if it was like constant shelling and you're trying to like dig him out while also trying to take cover, that would be even more terrifying. But yeah, dude, like, what? It's just not something that you expect to deal with when you kind of go out on like a, you know, an operation or a mission. Yeah, so that was, again, that was just a few of the many videos that I've seen. Again, most of them not very kind of like YouTube friendly, like will almost certainly get age restricted or just kind of removed. And you know, demonetized, but I'm not too worried about the monetization aspect. But again, this is just one of many clips that we're seeing from the Ukraine conflict. I mean, again, when you're talking about peer-to-peer warfare and that kind of the level of technology and the sophistication, no matter what you do and the kind of tactics that you can develop around these systems or, you know, the enemy tactic, there's still the potential of this crazy stuff happening where, I mean, you get buried alive or you have a tree falling on top of you, but also just at the same time, you can kind of highlight some of those individuals who just, like that dude who's just like a badass shooter, shooting that drone out of the sky while in a moving truck, again, shooting a moving target. Like, you still have kind of those stories that are being recorded. Obviously, with this war, we're seeing a lot of people with GoPros, a lot of people with, you know, cameras in general. So we're seeing a lot of this stuff actually get documented. And again, this is just stuff that's previously, yeah, I would say just like before the Ukraine war specifically, with this many cameras and this like actual peer-to-peer conflict. I mean, this is stuff that you read about in like World War II, you know, maybe some stuff in Vietnam, but obviously people weren't recording this. So you're kind of like taking people at their word or, you know, however they can try and remember it and describe it. But here it's very raw, it's unfiltered, and you get to see everything. And I can't imagine what it must be like to have this happen to you and then watch the footage after the fact and be like, dude, that doesn't even feel real anymore. It's crazy. It doesn't even feel like that was me wearing the camera. So yeah, super trippy. If you guys have any shorts, kind of like insane, crazy videos like this, definitely send them my way so I can do another kind of like, if you guys like the format of this, kind of more like reacting to shorter clips, but kind of like doing like a compilation, definitely let me know down in the comment section. I can try and get some more of those clips together because I've seen them all over the place, primarily like Instagram Reels. But I'm sure like TikTok has some stuff as well or what have you. So if you guys have any of those, definitely feel free to shoot those my way. But yeah, and if you could add some context as well, that'd be awesome because it's kind of hard for a lot of these because it kind of get reposted a lot. It's kind of hard to get the original context sometimes, which would be kind of helpful, at least in understanding when this took place or where. But yeah, very interesting, crazy stuff as we have already come to expect with this war in Ukraine. And definitely let me know if you'd like to see more kind of formatted stuff like this, even if it's not necessarily like kind of like Ukraine specific, kind of like I did with the recruitment videos. But that is it for this video. I'll be seeing y'all in the next one.